Hello dear students, good morning. Expecting you are keeping a good pace with this pandemic situation. After some days I am here again. Today my dear students, I just want to focus on a very important matter related to Bangladesh, that is traffic police in Bangladesh. You know, the traffic management and traffic system of our country is really very important for any country, especially in Bangladesh. Before this class, you have already attended some classes on traffic system, traffic management of our country, like the traffic capital of the world and how your brain negotiates with the traffic. And today we just want to deal with a poem related to traffic management, traffic situation and the sufferings and sorrows of traffic police in Bangladesh. That is very important to know because every day we use roads, we use vehicles, and definitely we have to maintain some rules and regulations related to traffic system. For that reason, we should know about the traffic management, traffic system of our country. And today, actually, I just want to focus on the sufferings and sorrows of traffic police who are really very dedicated to maintain the traffic rules and ensures our safety on roads. For that reason, I just want to change the version for some time related to the traffic condition, traffic system of our country. For that reason, I just want to show you some Bengali lines from this slide. বিড়ম্বনা শেষ নেই ট্রাফিক পুলিশের, এর পরেও দায়িত্ব পালন করেই যেতে হয় তাদের। প্রাকৃতিক হোক আর মানবসৃষ্ট হোক, যে কোনো দুর্যোগেও দায়িত্ব পালনে কোনো বিরতি নেই। ধুলোবালি আর রোদ বৃষ্টিতে অক্লান্ত পরিশ্রমের পরেও ট্রাফিক জ্যামের জন্য অপবাদ শুনে যেতে হয় নীরবে। দিনরাত রাস্তায় থাকার কারণে নানা রোগেও আক্রান্ত হচ্ছেন তারা। এর মধ্যে সাইনোসাইটিস, শ্বাসকষ্ট, মাথা ব্যথা সারা বছর লেগেই থাকে। ট্রাফিক পুলিশ সাধারণ মানুষের সেবার জন্য নিরলসভাবে কাজ করে যাচ্ছে। রোজার সময় মানুষ যখন বাড়িতে ইফতার করে তখন প্রায় 50% ট্রাফিক পুলিশই রাস্তায় ইফতার করেন। রাস্তায় শৃঙ্খলা রক্ষার্থে গাড়ি পার্কিং থেকে শুরু করে প্রায় সব ধরনের কাজ বিকেল 4টার পর থেকে রাত 10টা পর্যন্ত ঊর্ধ্বতন কর্মকর্তারা মাঠে থাকেন। ট্রাফিক পুলিশের ঊর্ধ্বতন কর্মকর্তাদের কাজের কোনো নির্দিষ্ট কর্মঘণ্টা নেই। সকাল 8টা থেকে রাত 10টা পর্যন্ত কাজ করতে হয়। ট্রাফিক পুলিশের 2টি শিফট, সকাল 8টা থেকে বেলা 2টা এবং 2টা থেকে রাত 10টা তদারকিও করতে হয়। এর কারণে এদের 14 ঘন্টা পরিশ্রম করতে হয়। ট্রাফিক পুলিশের কোনো বৈরী আবহাওয়া নেই। রোদ, বৃষ্টি, ঝড় যাই হোক না কেন, ট্রাফিক পুলিশ মাঠে রাস্তায় থাকে। কোনো মুহূর্তেই এরা সেবা থেকে বাইরে থাকে না। ভারী বর্ষণেও ছাতা বা রেইনকোট নিয়ে রাস্তায় কাজ করতে হয়। ট্রাফিক পুলিশের সাথে সাধারণ মানুষ অনেক সময় খারাপ আচরণ করেন। সাধারণত ট্রাফিক পুলিশের কাছে অস্ত্র থাকে না। জনগণ মনে করেন কাউকে গ্রেপ্তারের ক্ষমতা ট্রাফিক পুলিশের নেই, আর কোনো মানুষের কথার জবাব দিলেই চাকরিতে ঝুঁকি রয়েছে। ছুটি নেই, কাঙ্ক্ষিত পদোন্নতি নেই, সামাজিক মর্যাদাও নেই, দিন রাত পরিশ্রমের পরেও কোনো ধন্যবাদ নেই। দুর্ঘটনা সহ নানা ঝুঁকি তো আছেই। এরপরেও যানজটের জন্য নিত্য গালমন্দ শুনতে হয় সাধারণ মানুষের। যানজট না থাকলে সেই কৃতিত্ব আর ট্রাফিকের থাকে না। রাস্তায় দায়িত্ব পালনের সময় আইন অমান্যকারীদের বিরুদ্ধে ব্যবস্থা নিতে গেলেও সমস্যা। প্রায় প্রতিদিনই প্রভাবশালীরা উল্টো পথে যাতায়াত করেন। কাগজপত্র সহ নানা কারণে যানবাহন আটকালেই শুরু হয়ে যায় তদবির। প্রভাবশালীরা হুমকি ধামকি দেওয়া শুরু করেন। ক্ষমতার দাপট দেখিয়ে চাকরি খাওয়ার হুমকিও দেন তারা। দিতে থাকেন নানা অপবাদ। মামলা করলে বলা হয় ঘুষ না দেওয়ায় মামলা দেওয়া হয়েছে, আর মামলা না করলে বলা হয় ঘুষ নিয়ে ছেড়ে দেওয়া হয়। এত কষ্ট করে ট্রাফিক পুলিশ দায়িত্ব পালন করে, তবুও কিছু মানুষ তাদের গালাগালি করে। সবচেয়ে বেশি খারাপ লাগে যখন সাধারণ মানুষ ট্রাফিক পুলিশকে চাঁদাবাজ বলে গালি দেয়। কিছু সদস্য হয়তো এ কাজ করে, তাই বলে সবাইকে গালি দেওয়া তো ঠিক নয়। কারো খারাপ কাজ শুধু সমালোচনা না করে ভালো কাজেরও মূল্যায়ন করা উচিত। Anyway, my dear students, actually we have already learned about the sufferings and about the condition of traffic police and traffic system of our country. You know, my dear students, when you use road, we should follow some rules. Actually, just think about the developed countries and some countries of the world. They are following the traffic rules very strictly and they are very conscious. So, for maintaining a good traffic system, definitely we should follow the traffic rules and traffic system. Otherwise, it will be very tough to run our life very smoothly. And you know, when a traffic police just performs his duty, of course, he has to face some unexpected and unpredictable situation, and they suffer a lot from dawn to dusk. For that reason, we should pay our gratitude to the traffic police. And before this lesson, you have already know, we have to control our emotion. We should not be impulsive while driving, and of course, it is very shameful for the people of Bangladesh. What is that? It is regarded that Dhaka city is regarded as the traffic capital of the world. Really, it is very it is very pathetic for us, but only for hard work and only for enduring intolerable situation, the traffic police of our country are maintaining the traffic condition and traffic management of our country. So, dear students, I just want to focus on one poem, The Traffic Police, from Unit 4, Lesson 3. From Unit 4, Lesson 3. The poem is very important, and it is very important also for your examination. You may answer some questions from this poem, like theme, summary writing, and definitely a paragraph on traffic police. So, this poem is very important. I just want to go through the poem, The Traffic Police. Amidst clear speed I stand. Here, the speaker is the traffic police himself. The speaker is the traffic police himself. Here, he says that amidst clear speeds I stand. What do you mean by clear speeds? Actually, the vehicles who are very highly speedy vehicles like truck, bus, and some other vehicles, and these vehicles are regarded as clear vehicles, clear speeds. They have to face their challenge. They have to just stand before these clear speeds, facing the traffic, stretching my hand. Actually, at the time, the traffic police does stretch their hand and facing the traffic or facing the vehicles. I am seen on kids' books and as cartoons everywhere. That means traffic police is very known figure, and they are used in cartoons, books, signboards, billboards, everywhere. Actually, they are used here to make the people conscious about traffic rules, educating people and asking them to beware. Actually, here the picture of traffic police are used to make the people conscious and beware about their safety, about the maintaining of traffic rules. Of the erratic traffic and the signboards seen on almost all the roads, that means physically and actually from the pictorial point of view, you can see the traffic police everywhere, so that you are safe. I see each one of you. That means the duty or responsibility of the traffic police is to ensure the safety of the people. They are trying hard, they are working hard only for ensuring the safety of the people. But my sweat, my plight on the road sees who? That means here the traffic police himself is expressing in this way that that means their suffering, their sorrow, their plight, their sweat are completely unnoticed, and nobody cares for their plight, for their sufferings, for their sorrows. Nobody cares. That means they are suffering a lot, but nobody cares. They are doing their duty in any situation, but nobody cares, be it sunny or rainy. Just think about the weather. Maybe the weather is very hot, it is very sunny, or unpredictable weather, it is rainy. They are not actually fleeing away from their duty. They are doing their duty, they are doing their best on that unpredictable situation. For your safety must be, that means only for ensuring the safety of the people, they must be on the road, visible and nasal on the middle, standing erect as fiddle, as a feed. That means they are doing their duty as an active person, and they are all time very conscious and cautious, and they are standing like a fiddle, and they are just standing on any situation only to ensure the safety of the people. Oh, my hearts, oh, my head aches. Actually, why? Because the unconscious people always use hydraulic horn, and they are using repeatedly their horns, and for that reason their hearts, and they have to tolerate this intolerable or noise situation for all time. Oh, my head aches, it is very pathetic for the situation. What is that? That means the traffic police suffer a lot, and they are suffering from different types of diseases. Why? They have to work in an adverse situation. For that reason, they are suffering from many types of diseases. They physically they are suffering, and they are losing their control over physics. Look at the weather, such unpredictable days. That means you cannot expect what will happen after some time. That means they have to perform their duties on any situation. Maybe the weather is very cool, very, very beautiful weather, but unexpectedly, unpredictably, the weather becomes very, very bad. But they have to do their work. But I cannot sure, I must be on duty. That means they cannot flee away. They cannot flee away from their duty. They are doing their duties on any situations. I care for your safety. The traffic police says in this way. They are caring, their duty is to ensure our safety. Be it noisy or dusty, be it sunny or rainy. In any type of situation. Maybe the surroundings, maybe the weather, maybe very, very, very bad, very intolerable. But they have to do their duty only for ensuring our safety. I must be on duty. I care for your safety. That means here it is very clear that the traffic police are expressing their sufferings, their sorrows, their responsibility, and the actual situation of their life related to their duty or related to their job. And in this way, our traffic police are performing their duties. If we want to go through the poem, and if you want to sum up the poem in this way, what should we say? We can say it very well. The poem deals with the sufferings or sorrows of a traffic police life. And here it is very, very easy to calculate. It's very easy to say, and of course it will be very wise to say. What is that? That means the people who are very, very devoted to perform their duty, and who are very devoted to take the responsibility, they suffer a lot. They have to face some unavoidable situations, adverse situations, but their sufferings, their sorrows really go unnoticed. For that reason, that situation, from this poem, we have a moral lesson. What is that? Of course, when we use road, we should sympathize on the sufferings of the traffic police. Not only that, we should help them. When they will just urge us to stop, we should not move, because actually they are telling this, they are expressing this, they are speaking this, they are just doing these things only to ensure our safety, only to maintain a good traffic management. For that reason, of course, we should not violate, we should not break the rules and regulations of traffic. And here, dear students, if I would like to ask you questions, answer some questions from this poem. The first one: who is the speaker in the poem? Just guess. Who is the speaker in the poem? Can you guess? Of course, the traffic police. The traffic police is the speaker in the poem. You will get 5 questions, and open-ended questions, and you have to answer these 5 questions from your question paper, and you will get 10 marks, and for each question you will get 2. And for that reason, you have to, of course, you have to learn how to answer questions. The questions will be normally given into interrogative sentence, and you have to answer the questions in assertive form. And you know it very well. In assertive, while making an assertive form, of course, you have to use subject and then verb and then extension and then answer. And subject, sometimes you have to find out the subject from the questions. Sometimes the answer is the subject itself. Who is the speaker in the poem? Here you have to, your answer will be the subject here. The traffic police is the speaker in the poem. And then what do the words clear speed mean? I told you before. Actually, what do you mean by clear speeds? Here, clear speeds indicates the vehicles who are very speedy, and these types of vehicles are regarded as clear speeds. What is your view of a traffic policeman? What's your idea? It is your own idea. You can answer from your own. What is that? What's your view of a traffic police? It is very easy to say that the traffic police are doing their best. They are actually laboring hard. They are working hard, but their sufferings, their sorrows go unnoticed. We should not ignore their life and their duty, their order. Why do his ears hurt? Here, just think. Of course, you have already known why do his ears hurt, because they have to tolerate some sound, very chaotic and very noisy sound, because the unconscious people always use hydraulic horn. For that reason, they have to tolerate these things always. What is unpredictable? That means unpredictable indicates something. What is that? Unimaginable. You cannot imagine what will happen next. That is called unpredictable. Here, unpredictable indicates that related to weather. That means the weather is very beautiful, but after some times maybe some thunderbolts will come. That means it is indicated unpredictable. What is the attitude of the speaker to the job he does? The attitude of the speaker definitely is not negative, but he expresses his sufferings. He expresses his sufferings. He just expresses that he is ready to do his duty in any situation. But we should not ignore them, because they are doing their best only to ensure our safety. For that reason, we should not ignore them. And then, dear students, if you want to just develop your writing skill, if you want to write correct sentence, of course you have to practice this regularly by taking some words from your textbook and by making sentence like erratic, polite, agile, safety, dusty. Just taking these words, you can make some sentences from this word. Dear students, two things are very important from this poem. What is that? Number one, theme, and then number two, summary. First, you have to know what is the difference between summary and theme. Just think. I think all of you are very familiar to the word bonsai. You are very familiar to the word bonsai. That means miniature of a real tree. Bonsai is a miniature of a real tree. Suppose a very big tree, banyan tree, and you are getting a bonsai of a banyan tree, maybe 1 or 2 feet in height, but it looks like a very big tree. That means the tree is made bonsai by just cutting up the weeds, cutting up the roots and the branches, and just it is made as a bonsai. So, summary, you have to take the important things from the poem, but you cannot write anything from your own in a summary. You have to summarize the poem, you have to summarize a passage, or you have to summarize whatever. Of course, you have to just point out the main things, and you are not allowed to write anything of your own. Maybe you can imagine many things, you can calculate many things from the passage, from the poem, but you are not allowed to write down that things from your own. That means what can you do? You have to summarize the poem just taking the main points from the passage or from the poem, and you should not describe that things in summary. And the length of the summary will be actually it is very confusing matter, but you should not cross the limit. That means just like 60 to 70 words you can summarize the passage, summarize the poem. And what is theme actually? While writing a theme, of course you should remember one thing. What is that? Summary, theme indicates the purpose of the writing. That means what is the purpose of the writing? You are given a poem, you are given a passage, there is a purpose. That means the purpose of the passage or purpose of the poem is regarded as a theme. That means theme cannot be seen, theme should be realized. Theme cannot be seen, theme should be realized, and theme should be internalized. That means the idea or the purpose of the writing is regarded as a theme. It should not be broad. in length. Now we can deal with the theme in this way. You can write down the theme, or you can write down the theme in another way. I just have prepared a theme for you. The sense of responsibility is an indispensable part of any job or service. That means you have to know the theme of the poem, the poem deals with the responsibility of any job. That means if you do any job or any duty, of course you should know that responsibility is a must. That means it is an indispensable part of any job. Every job has its own hardship and benefits. Definitely, of course, if you want to perform any job or any duty, definitely you have to face the hardship, and definitely you will enjoy the benefits. Indifference of people towards others' condition and suffering is an important focus here. That means here in the poem, the traffic police, the indifference or ignorance of the people to the traffic police is the main idea of the poem. If a traffic police is not responsible or devoted enough to his service, the roads will turn chaotic and dangerous. Definitely, my dear students, if the traffic police don't perform their duty properly, definitely the roads will be chaotic and dangerous, and of course it will be turned into unusable something, that our life will be not smooth. So for making our life smooth, of course their duty is very important. So this is the theme. The theme of the poem is related to the responsibility of any job or duty, and of course at the same time here the speaker just expresses very truth. What is that? That means their sufferings, their sorrows, their plight, their sweat is completely unnoticed, for that is indifference of the people. So we should not be indifferent to the people who are performing their duty. And right now the summary. Here the summary, you notice, the poem highlights the duties and hazards of a traffic police to ensure the safety of people for traffic management. Here, while writing summary, of course you have to focus on the poem or on the writing, and you are not allowed to write anything according to your own thinking. In this poem, our traffic police tries to control vehicles. He endures hardship in all circumstances. He is expected to be very active and vigil. He suffers from earaches and headaches because of vehicles' honks and rough weather. To perform his duties, he hides his own sweat and sorrows. He is committed to people's safety, but seldom do people think about the sufferings he goes through. Here, this is the summary of the poem. That means by just reading the summary, I think you are completely clear about the poem. So, my dear students, this poem is not only important for your examination, but this poem is very important to your daily life, because if you want to make your life smooth, of course you have to follow the traffic rules, and you have to show your respectance to the people who are performing their duties on these intolerable or endurable situations. So from this poem, of course we are getting some moral learning and moral lesson. So that's all for today, my dear students. That's all for today. Today, if we want to recap the class again, today we just deal with a very important issue about traffic police in Bangladesh, and in this lesson we have already known about the traffic management, about the traffic condition, about the sufferings and sorrows of the traffic police who are performing this intolerable duty, but they are not fleeing away from their duty, from their service. And after finishing the poem, my dear students, we have already gone through the theme of the poem, the summary of the poem, and we have already known about the poem. And I think you have already gathered the inner meaning of the poem, and I expect that you can answer any question from the poem. And I repeat it, that the poem is very important in the field of writing summary, theme, especially summary theme, and definitely a paragraph. I think you have already known about the style, about the system of writing any paragraph. while you write a paragraph, definitely you have to choose a field, because a paragraph deals with a single idea, and definitely your paragraph will focus on three things very important. What is that? That is, number one is topic sentence, then the beginning and the concluding or the ending. That means you have to focus on the title or of the paragraph, and you have to write a good topic sentence. After getting the topic sentence, definitely it will be very clear about your paragraph, and you have to focus on a single idea, because each paragraph deals with a single idea. That is very important. That means the traffic police paragraph is very important. While writing the paragraph from the traffic police, of course you have to focus on the traffic condition, the sufferings of the traffic police, and the actual traffic management of our country. In this way you have to write down the paragraph. So dear students, at the before closing the class, I would like to focus on another thing. What is that? You are very busy. Your brain is very busy, and your brain is waiting for getting a good environment. And you are expecting, and always you are waiting for getting a good environment. Inshallah, we will get a good environment very soon. And of course, you have to protect yourself, and you have to be conscious. You have to be conscious. The government of our country, Bangladesh, is trying its level best to make the people conscious. We have to make ourselves conscious, otherwise it will be very tough to control this pandemic situation. And for that reason, I will expect that you will stay home and stay safe, stay blessed, and while going outside, of course, you have to maintain the rules of general rules related to health discipline. In this way, you will ensure your safe life, because your life is very valuable. You are the asset of our country. So don't be indifferent to maintain the rules and regulations of daily life. And dear students, try to use your time properly, and try to maintain your discipline, maintain the routines. It is very tough, because I know that the normal life is hampered. You are not getting a very competitive environment. You are not getting a beautiful environment. We know it very well, but you have to accept the adverse situation. It is the natural thing. Through the natural process, we have to go forward. And dear students, inshallah, see you next, and stay fine, stay safe. Thank you very much.